You ever get them? What you call them?
Get it warmed up.
Nachos.
That ain't cold. That's not cold queso.
Checho Spring. You ever got one of them Chechos up there, Joe?
Nachos.
You get.
You like a good viscous queso?
How many get those? How many get old Checho Spring?
That's a punk band.
How many get? How many get old? Por favor, motherfucker. I'm gonna get one of them Checho Springs.
My new punk band. Viscous queso.
What's a checho?
Viscous Queso?
New punk band.
That's a good punk band name. I also like the name Al Jorgensen. No, he sings for Ministry. That'd still be a good name. I like names. Well, hell, I got to go. Shut the front door.
Ben's going to be on the show tonight, she said.
Yeah. Should I go more? Look how. This is
Just adjust it with your camera thingy.
I know. I should have.
Just do that.
Huh?
Is the air conditioner off right now?
No.
Just make.
It shouldn't.
Right
Jay
there.
got some. You got to do it in the microphone, Jay.
Jay wants to say something.
I just bumped in one time. That's all.
Growing list of band names.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my
write these down
toes.
throughout the day. Are we on the air, by the way?
Oh, we're on the air.
I
baby.
think we're on the air.
How about Chester Drawers?
Yeah.
From High Point.
Yes.
From High Point, Chester Drawers. You get your picture taken out in front of that big Chester Drawers on the. What road is that?
We could start a pop metal band called Inhaler.
Yeah. Okay. Inhaler.
How about a good 80s
Synth pop?
band called Clam Bank?
Did you come up with these?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you driving around like doing your job? And
No.
like, I got one.
I had one earlier tonight that I had a long time ago, but I forgot about. Billfold. I think Billfold would be a great band name.
I can't go all
So everybody thinks the lead guy's name's Bill Fold.
I'll have I bet I got 100 band names.
Yo, we got
Bill Fold's 5.
for the first time I think I can remember in a long time. We got Zeke the Geek was joining
Oh,
us.
wow. We got to be on our best behavior.
Shane's up here with us. Lozen earlier. Nate Bouchard's on here, and Bill's Box of Sound joining us.
Oh my lord.
We got some good stuff coming up tonight.
Glossy Shine's on there? He was on there earlier. He likes to come in when I had hipped him to the fact that I was playing a song for him, so he jumped on. I think he might have jumped back off. That's cool.
Well, he's an older gentleman.
Everybody do what they need to do.
Live like you want to live, baby.
He's probably getting that little Friday night,
Bum, 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 you know.
getting the groove on.
Once I was climbing the garden.
So we did something today
Slipped and had a
that we haven't done in a
fall.
long, long time.
Fell so hard I hurt down.
We had the ability to actually go out and dig, but we'll talk about that later, I guess.
Yeah, I did a little actual digging.
Yeah.
And I got more about actual
in a
digging
real
coming up here,
digging
too.
place.
Surprise, something I hadn't mentioned to you. That's
Okay.
an interesting thing. I just kind of want to pull on some of your sentimental record strings.
My
here
nipples
coming
are tight with anticipation.
up. There's stuff coming up, so you're gonna want to stick with us. We got a dig of the week. We got a chip chat. We got
Hey,
some VCL.
Before I forget, Bill's Box of Sound is watching, and I do appreciate. He had reposted something, but he described us very effectively that we were
Had a warped sense of humor.
something. If you like shows about
Records and have a warped sense of humor.
sense of humor, yeah, definitely.
That's exact. My mom's been telling me that since I was a little kid. You're warped. Matter of fact, me and Cameron started a thing when we were in elementary school called the Warped Heads of America, and he drew like. Anyway.
You ever go to the Warp Tour?
We were supposed to
back
play
in the day?
We were supposed to play the Warped Tour.
God, you should have. You're warped. According to your mom.
But we decided against that and we played with Slayer instead.
Okay.
What?
All right.
All right. Sorry. You guys ever heard that story? So in 2000... no, I'm sorry. But yeah, all kinds of cool shit coming up, so everybody's going to want to stay tuned. I'm got to get my roundup up here.
If you're
Curvis in the house.
Curvis is in the house.
Hey, after the show,
Hey, what are you doing?
actually I did yard work Saturday after the show last week, but then Sunday, because the weather was good on Saturday, I didn't go Saturday,
Right.
but I went Sunday to the Comic Con,
Oh, Comic-Con.
which was kind of cool. It was
any
kind of
good
cool.
games up there? Did you see
There were
any
good games. There were some you could play games. There were some classics you could get up and play.
Anybody have games for sale that was a decent?
There was, I didn't really. I was just there, kind of
Forgot what else to pull up.
with my daughter and her friends,
Right.
letting them do what they need to do.
I just saw it.
But yeah, I saw some cool shit, but it was kind of lame.
Yeah, some are better than others. You know, this. I got a
Sundays are always bad though. If you go to something like that, if you go Sunday, people are mailing it in by then.
They're mailing it in. If it's a, let's say, a video game convention or a comic convention, that's when people don't want to take everything back to the vault. So
Yeah, a guy is offered. He's like, look, I don't want to take this stuff back with me. You know, he had original comics. I wasn't in the buy-in mode that day.
That's exactly right.
I ended up buying my daughter a llama, like a plush llama, because that's what she wanted.
No.
So, $33 later.
$33 llama. That is Bill Fold's first song is $33 llama. Oh, that's incredible.
Hey, I appreciate you letting me have a beer. I only brought two.
grab a
and
Stone,
they're already
man.
gone, so I'm drinking a Stone.
Dude, 15 packs for $6.99.
Coors
tell
makes Keystone,
Yeah. And tell me if there's
but this is
anything.
a Keystone Light.
Tell me if there's anything.
I've never been a
defensible.
light fan.
Oh, come on. It's when you drink a lot of beer. Yeah, I prefer like a nice craft beer. But,
That's good. That's good.
Refreshing. Oh, I hit open instead. Hold on.
Oh,
sorry.
no.
Oh no, I'm hitting buttons.
That's bad.
Oh no.
Get back in there. Get back in
So I'll
there.
put up the what we no not what we played
This is where you make an edit.
oh god, the first listen thing. And not only this week is it a first listen, but it's a first watch. And I'm talking about the new Aphex Twin.
Oh yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but Aphex Twin had come out with kind of been teasing with some artwork and some things found here and there. It looked like some new.
Who edited that video?
I don't know the guy's name.
You should look that up. 'cause
Yeah.
That was pretty incredible. In fact, I was at work and watched it, but I could only get halfway through, and then I had to stop because I started feeling kind of weird.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Because it was supposed to premiere on Adult Swim, and it didn't pass essentially the seizure test.
Yeah,
so
there's,
they pulled
there's a
it.
test they have to pass, the Harding test.
Harding test. That's right. And so it didn't pass that, and this thing's gonna. Anyway, they released it online, and it's just the most kick-ass video I think I've ever seen.
Definitely got that Aphex Twin electronic synth thing going on.
Oh, this is God damn it! This is the Oops.
Mm-hmm.
We got a
Hey
clip.
guys,
I mean the video.
what is that?
That's part from the video.
Oh, is that a frame from the video?
I mean, it is one of the most intense, crazy videos.
There's a lot going on.
Now, it was first listen, so I will say the track.
Oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. Yeah.
The track is cracking. It's a cracking track. It's straight up, you know, just what you expect from the man from Cornwall. It's just a solid IDM type track. It sounds like Aphex Twin. That could have been on any of a number of albums. I'm not going to say it just necessarily blew me away, but it was definitely right with what it was supposed to be. And this EP that's going to come out, it's going to look like this. But if you've not seen this video, oh my God, you have got to go check this shit out.
Go check it out.
Even if you're not a fan of the genre or the artist, I'm telling you, this shit is baloney bonkers. And here's what I was doing, because I'd read the thing about the epilepsy. I was sitting at work.
It might actually trigger your 15-year-old peyote experience.
Well, here's what I did. I sat there watching it, trying to give myself a seizure. Staring real close into the screen, letting everything flash around me, and I'm like, I'll see if I can go home early today.
Weren't you eating a salad that day?
No, this was today. I'd seen some of it before, but then, you talking about a seizure salad? Did you lead me in with a seizure salad bit?
No,
And I just
I'm glad you picked up on that.
I didn't even get in with a seizure salad bit. That's copyrighted. That's my shit right there. Seizure salad. 2012.
Say Malkovich? Malkovich 2012.
Malkovich. What else was I going to talk about?
Nope, you're not going to talk about that.
I'm not going to talk about that. I'm skipping that. Skipping that. But okay, I want to get into like personal record journeys here. And we're all grown here, everybody.
Personal record journey.
We're all grown here, Internet. Let's talk about some personal stuff.
It's going to get serious for a minute.
You know, I collected records in the '90s for a little while, and it kind of, you know, was more of I got 2 turntables and a mixer, and and I like that area of my life kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But later, I got back into collecting records, and I had a different kind of fervor, I guess I would say, for collecting records. And it came from a number of things. I've told the thing on the show a lot, and it's on my intro to the VC video where I'm talking about, I put on, you know, good times, and they were jamming out records, and I'm like, I got a record player, and I came in here and I set them all back up, and my funk record I had was Car Wash LP, and put it on and kind of got all into it. But there's another like tier after that. That's what got me back into setting up my turntables and enjoying records. But later, when I really got into it, I was looking at every web page I could find in the world about records and digging, and I love the movie Scratch and all this stuff. And I came across a web page. I was reading somebody's blog, and it linked me to another blog. And I found this thing, and it's something I want to share with you guys. And I think a lot of you guys would really enjoy going and checking this out, actually. And it's because it's still there. And it's this blog called, let's see what it's called here, Portrait of a Record Dealer. And this shit's from like 2011, okay? And if you want the link, I'll send it to you. But if you can see, like right now, you can see the link up there in the top.
Mm-hmm.
It's an old blogspot thing, and it kind of runs the course and tells the story about this record dealer called Oz, or Ozzy. And he's this kind of this white dude from Philadelphia, backwards Kangol kind of guy. And he gets in a van and goes down to like Mississippi and Louisiana and Alabama, and finds this soul and funk in these just shitburger record stores, and builds all these relationships with people. And this is done through like words and little 3 to 4, sometimes 5-6 minute videos throughout this whole page. You scroll down this, and it tells this whole story of this one trip. And I'll watch this and read it back when we were first really getting back into it.
Okay.
And it was, man, it lit my ass on fire. Especially for that, not just records and buying vinyl again, but that digging culture of really getting in there. And he talks about getting, kind of like DJ Shadow talks about in Scratch, where you're like in the place where the records are falling over, and he's like, I was upside down, reaching underneath this, you know, display that had records up there.
Yeah.
Crazy shit. But I'm telling you, if you guys want a good read, man, go check that out and watch these little videos. I think they're even in 4:3. It's like so old, but it's this guy owned a mobile record store, which is something that's really appealed to me for a little while now. Is the idea of owning like a rider truck and filling it with records and pulling up somewhere, like a taco truck. But anyway,
that's an interesting idea. If you can keep them cool.
Yeah.
Don't run
around college campuses.
Wouldn't run in the summertime.
No. See, you broke the fourth wall, Jay. Come on in the house now. So, yeah, anyhow, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. And I bet some of you guys would really, really enjoy that. Holy shit, we got Jared from Backwoods Metal up in this motherfucker. I just mentioned Louisiana and Mississippi like two minutes ago. Talking about that,
the record dealer.
The record dealer that went down south.
Of course. You make it work.
I say that, no. Backwoods Metal shows up.
I saw Mississippi John Hurt.
Check out his channel if you've not done that. You guys probably already have.
Scratch band.
Can't hear you, Jay. Get on that microphone, bro.
Ice hockey rink flavor. Oh my god, that smells like ice hockey rink. Like an 80s ice hockey. Like 80s
All right, what's next on the program list
like
here?
An 80s Monterey hockey game.
What we played tonight?
It's probably down to what we played. I'll be
Probably
honest with you, Steve. Let's go on and do that. We got some VCLT to get to here momentarily, but let's go and talk about what we played this evening, because we've been having a big old time, and got on the air at the normal time, and things kind of falling in motion with a record night program. You know, we stuff starting on time, and I've got time to go to the store and get all squared away because I'm getting home at a normal time.
Right.
It's a good. It's a good
It's
time.
good to have a normal life sometimes.
Nice.
As normal as we can make it.
336, all 7s.
336, all 2s.
Oh.
That's the after dark.
No, that's Oxnard and Permar.
Oh, what?
Competing law firms.
We'll
All
promote.
2s and all 7s.
Number given down.
Don't worry.
No.
More to come. We're gonna do
something in mind.
something
We already got
special
something
for
in
this
mind.
one.
All right, so I jumped on
We've
the.
fallen into this.
I jumped on the wheels of steels nice and early, crisp and brisk, and grabbed a little C.W. McCall. You know why? Because I'm the motherfucking boss of this place. That's why I grabbed it.
All right. The breeze.
A little Wolf Creek Pass. It's a C.W. McCall I picked up at a Goodwill.
That's a CB man, in case you're
A little
wondering.
CB man, a little
Trucker-
trucker action.
trucker music.
I love those. I'm a sucker for them old trucker CB records.
This was out there though for sure.
It was, man. Some of it almost had kind of like what seemed like a synth tone at times. A little down there. There you go. Hold it right there. No. Yeah, why? Because he's wearing glasses. It's the 70s and he's wearing glasses. Is that why?
Oh yeah. I'll take it. Take off me. Take off me.
Yeah. Man.
God never got in there.
Jared says nothing like watching GMRN while I'm waiting on the Viagra to kick in. The wife is on standby.
Nice.
I'm gonna do my best to help you out, man. There we go. Right there. Downtown action. Woo! Woo! Here comes the street sweepers, because that downtown's got to be clean.
Nice. Well, here comes the street sweepers.
Don't forget to bring the old.
Don't forget to hang up the phone.
Yes.
How about some animals? Animalism. You know what you know about this, Steve? A year
I
on
picked
this
it up
now?
for you
You did. I never paid you
in
back for that.
Durham. You owe me $6 for this one.
yeah.
Another one.
Passive aggressive, but yeah.
I should have just had you buy my records today.
Yeah.
This was their second or third album, I think.
It's early on. It's got a
Oh
little.
yeah.
It's got a little pop to it. I'll be honest, but it wasn't. It didn't really take away from the listening experience.
You
per
popped
se.
me noise.
A little noise.
I mean, it's a $3 record that
Oh,
normally would have cost
Oh,
you
12.
$20
Yeah,
at some
15
stores.
or
So if you're in Atlanta,
Yeah.
sorry guys, but yeah,
Yeah.
a great
Put that
record.
somewhere down on where it's appropriate, Jay.
Ben's dropping cans.
I'll be dropping cans. I'll be spitting bars too, Jay. We talked and played a lot about this record a lot recently. That was a sentence, I swear to Jesus. Deep Purple, Purple Passages, where I picked up earlier, I bought that Spirit record, and it had Purple Passages stuck inside. Now, I didn't mean to steal it, but apparently that's kind of what happened.
It was an accident.
It was an accident.
You didn't do it on purpose.
I didn't do it on a pee.
But once you discovered it, you're like, oh, bonus.
Just out of the shot, right there. Moose. Yep.
Oh, gotcha. Oops.
No, the door. Big white bar. Look at the door.
Okay.
The door.
Then I feel.
Ain't nothing wrong with the little white bar.
I'll
Piece
leave,
of tape on.
I'll leave a white bar.
Leave the white
Anyway,
bar.
I got it free in that one. It was the extra record stuck in there, and then like less than a week later, I found a $1 copy at one of our local spots. And this was not bad. This sounded. I mean, you guys know what Purple Passages is, but it sounded pretty ding dang good. I have to be honest with you.
It's a great double album. It's what is the deal there? It's like 2 albums, right?
Yeah, or the first 2 albums.
Or all the stuff that was on the Cotillion, right? Or was it Cotillion?
No. Huh?
Yeah,
No,
it's a double album.
It's only like 10 songs.
You're 10 songs, Jay.
Let me see that.
Let me look it up.
Might be a great.
Oh, we have.
I think it's the first 2 albums. Previously released in the following.
2000.
Yeah, Tetragrammaton. That was Tetragrammaton.
That one and
Deep Purple, Shades of Deep Purple, and the Book of Taliesin.
Taliesin.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. No, you told me that. I didn't. I told Jay to grab a jazz record. Jay pulled this one, which is a good jazz record.
Hey, baby. I'm gonna borrow your money card and go with cigarettes.
Nope.
Please. I'll do dirty stuff to you.
Jay give you one right there.
Red.
I want to pack them.
As long as you're man enough to hold a red down.
I mean, yeah, but I want to pack them my own. Or who's gonna find
We just vape up in this mug.
You know-
What?
You You gave me this record recently.
I gave you one? Oh, that's right, I remember
I
that.
haven't listened to it yet, so that's why.
Oh, that's upsetting me. It's the jazz samba. Yeah, that's good business right there. Speaking of Jay and his butt,
Butthole?
Jay pulled out. I have recently really fallen in love with this band, especially this stuff from the '80s that I've not heard really at all. And I realized on this record though,
That's a good record.
it is. And Jay said, "What did you say about it?" The people,
You're not gonna like it because it sounds like AC/DC.
and it does. There's times where
Straight up 4/4.
that 4/4. Yep. But here's something
I'll say something about the Cult. When this is post-college, Cult was big. Just seeing him like with those freaking cowboy boots and the way like he like was like hitting the rhythm like with the
Stage guy.
yeah he just fucking like was pounding with those cowboy boots. It just really made an impression on you.
But
well, here's
Good stage presence.
Mike produced this record.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Amel
there you
Muzz.
go.
That kind of.
But here's the thing I figured out tonight from listening to the record. Probably the first time I've listened to it all the way through.
I'm good.
Is it's got that song. Do you know what that song was called, Jay? It's a song that's in Whitewater Summer, Aphrodisiac Jacket, which is in Whitewater Summer with Kevin Bacon and Sean Astin. Rudy.
I'm not familiar with this movie.
You don't know this movie from the 80s where he basically gets sent on an outward bound, it's like an outward bound thing.
We watched that on the bus on the way to Whitewater Rafting.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a movie.
It was a movie, and it said a good time.
Deliverance?
Repelling across Devil's Tooth. But that when they're doing that, they're hiking. That's the Cult. That's that record.
Yeah.
Anyway, Steve got here about that time and put this on. I thought this was an Ozark Tentacle record. It was so weird and out there and psyche and just nuts. And what is this?
This is well, they call it Roger the Engineer, but it's called the Yardbirds. It's the it's 1966. The U.S., Germany, Italy release was called the Yardbirds. I think it was called no. In those countries, it was called Over, Under, Sideways, Down, which is that really cool, trippy song. I played it last week, but so we put on side 2 since I knew I couldn't remember if we played the whole side or just that song. So I was like, let's just play side 2.
When did you
And
bring
side
this?
2 was, I brought it last week.
You wasn't here last week, was you?
Oh yeah,
you
it came
were.
after my show.
That's right.
You don't remember?
I remember.
I played like a 2-hour set after the show.
That's right.
Which I have, by the way. Oh, let me tell you. So I played this kind of mainly electronic set after the show. We went back to Twitch. Played it. Awesome. It turned out pretty good. So I told him, I said, send me a clip. So he sent me the whole thing. It's like 2.5 hours of video that I've made into an MP3, and it's a really cool, like hour and a half at least, maybe 2 hours. I think it's an hour and a half of really good music that you can play the MP3 in your car if you're traveling. Hit me up if you want a copy of it, and I'll make it available to you.
How big's the file?
I don't remember.
We got a badass.
The video file was huge.
Yeah.
It's like 8 gig.
Is that ASCAP?
Let's not talk about that.
We got a badass storm brewing outside, so I figured we open this window and let it roar. Hey, when you guys open your window, do you ever have a copy of Screaming Trees, Sweet Oblivion sitting there?
But this is one of my favorite Yardbirds albums.
What?
What? Okay, there's a CD in the window.
It's Screaming Trees, Sweet Oblivion.
Oh. This is 1966, and there's so much like, it's so psychedelic for that. They were really ahead of that curve.
Oh, this is bananas. It really is a bonkers record.
I love it. And Jeff Beck is the only guitarist on the whole record, so it's just Jeff Beck.
The only guitarist.
Well, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's before Jimmy, it's after Eric left, so
wow.
he's on his own.
And what is this
damn
called?
good job.
I'm sure you already said
66. It's
that. I don't know.
it's probably their maybe 3rd or 4th album. They didn't put out a whole lot.
I was gonna say they didn't have a lot of stuff out. I thought it was no. I get that confused with Traffic. Traffic had like 1 or 2. What? Right?
No, they did about 5, 6.
Then it's not them. Yeah, we got a bad storm, bro, so we pop off, man. That means we lost power.
You might be thinking of them.
I got shocked.
You're thinking of them.
Maybe.
They only have 1 or 2.
Buzz oven. Good old southern sludge, baby. Now the thing about Buzz oven, it's got old Dixie Dave Collins in it. This is girlfriend's record, and just so happened I've played with Buzz oven a few times. Me and Jay played with Buzz oven back in the mid-90s at a place in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Is it Buzz? I thought it was Buzz Hoven.
No, Buzz oven. Hoven Clavin.
Hoven Buzz.
But it's weird because we knew him from this effed up band from down around the coast, and but if you look up stuff about like sludge rock, and it lists like the Melvins and bands like Buzz Oven and I Hate God, and it's like, what? We know those guys, but Dixie Dave Collins from Weed Eaters in there, and drinks a lot of cough syrup and shit. Probably they all did. The singer did a lot of heroin. I know that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, except there majorly is. These don't taste like Doritos, Jay.
I introduced this last week.
Yes.
I picked it up in Atlanta. This is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, their debut album. What year did this come out? 84? On EMI.
84.
Produced by Gang of Four guitarist Andy Gill. I saw Gang of Four at UGA on one of those free concerts.
It does have that vibe.
Jack Sherman is the guitarist, and he's the only he's not the original guitarist. He was the guitarist on this album, and he was fired after the tour of this album.
Yeah.
So Jack Sherman, I think I saw them on tour that year, and they played the University of Union on UGA campus and came out just wearing their socks.
Yeah.
On their cocks.
See, I know him from.
It's a good debut album. I mean, it's very funky. This album's been credited as the first release from the funk metal genre, the little spark that ignited the rap rock revolution.
Really?
So
I don't know if I'd say all that.
Well, they said it. Someone said it.
Bringing funk into the frame, probably for sure. But I know him from the movie Thrashin', the skateboard movie. And growing up, man, when I was 11, 12 years old, me and a different friend would probably rent Thrashin' every other weekend. That was Thrashin' and Rad and those movies, man. But Thrashin' had that. They're at the school dance, and the guy at the dance goes, and here's a couple of Red Hot Chili Peppers. And it's that song.
I remember that. Is that Get Up and Jump?
That one.
After that, I wanted to play something for Boss Man. I actually picked this up today. This is the dig of the week I got from Earshot. And it's a Jimmy Castor bunch that I haven't seen before. It's from '78, so I was a little worried. He's got some leisure action going on there. So I was a little worried, but I listened to it on my phone, and I thought, there's some disco, but it's still Jimmy Castor funky, and there's some really good stuff in here. So, but the reason I picked it up, the main reason was it's got Bertha Butt encounters Vader. So this is 1978. I think Star Wars had just come out, and so he writes this topical. He writes this topical story with Darth Vader and Bertha Butt. So you gotta respect that. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah.
A special thank you, according to Jimmy Castor, to Almighty God, the Father, Jesus Christ, His Son, and Irene Castor, my beloved mother, for making and keeping me strong.
Jared says sees a bottle of Cuervo on the table. He think we'll grab him a fifth tomorrow. He hadn't puked and shit at the same time in a while.
Oh, dude. Hey, we should do a shot.
Oh, let's do a shot.
We should do a shot. In fact, who I want to do a shot for,
Jerry Cantrell.
I'll be honest with you, I've forgotten the guy's name, but I posted it on Facebook today. He's the guy.
Bill Maskey.
He's the guy that did all the sound effects for
Star Trek.
He's got a name like John Corkscrew or something. Huh? But we're not going to do a shot for John Corkscrew. We're going to figure out what his name is.
Did you like my GIF comment?
Yes, I did. I forgot what it was, though, but I did like it.
Spock's funeral, where they shoot him.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot him down to planet Genesis. Of all the souls I have encountered, through my travels.
Let me figure out this guy. Let me figure out this guy's name before. Let's do this
Is
right.
with the most
This is ridiculous.
human.
Oh, by the way, this Flintstones coming on tonight.
What channel? I don't have cable. But boy, do I love the Flintstones.
11 and 11:30 every night.
That's a top 10
All right,
show.
I'm sorry to be
Flintstones.
so disgustingly rude, but it was Doug Grindstaff. He died today, I think, or yesterday.
Yeah.
87 years old, 5-time Emmy winner. Growing up, you know, you want to play Star Trek or whatever, and you always. I had some models from, you know, like you have cars or planes.
Yeah.
I had the models of the phaser, the tricorder, and the communicator, and all those sounds. The tricorder, it's one of my favorite sound effects. And the door, you don't think of shh, shh. No one can not think of those doors.
Yeah.
You know? So we're gonna do a shot to Doug here. Grindstaff.
Put LA Woman on.
I thought I had a Star Trek album, but I don't know where it is.
The thunderstorm in the background? No,
Yeah.
Riders on the Storm. I think, not LA Woman. Riders on the Storm.
Or Black Sabbath, the first song.
Yeah, original Star Trek is something me and my mom really bonded over like real early. Mom's a huge Star Trek fan of the original stuff. And I am too. And it was cool to get together and watch that when we were kids.
Awesome.
When I was a kid. Felt like you was a kid.
Oh, there's they're bringing back Star Trek on the CBS that channel that they did that show for Star Trek. They're online, whatever you pay subscription. Jean-Luc Picard announced he's back. So there's a new series. No, it's not Netflix. It's CBS All Access.
You like movies, Jay?
So there's a new Star Trek coming to CBS All Access with Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart. He headed sound departments at Paramount, Columbia, Pacific Sound, president of the Motion Picture Sound Editors, and they honored him with Lifetime Achievement in '98.
We already did the shot.
And we did the shot. We're out of liquor, so
Yeah.
it's all downhill from here.
I wanted to hear Men at Work. I think this is one of the great records.
We already did the shot.
He's over.
We're not talking about him
He's
anymore.
done. This is just a terrific record, and Who Can It Be Now is like, I want that read like, as spoken word at my funeral. In addition to so many other things that I have written down somewhere.
I think it's great other than the hits.
The hits are great too. The hits and the hidden tracks are just, I'm not hidden, but insanely great stuff. What the hell is this, dude?
Last but not least, I brought it last week. You probably don't remember it.
I do not.
Were you here last week?
I was here. This is also I picked up in Atlanta. One of my major finds. I didn't know a lot about them. I've heard of them.
I've heard of them too.
In fact, when I mentioned it to our good friend at Underdog, he said these guys used to come through here and tour and play a club very, often during the times. That was before I was a mainstay here, but it's the Acid Mother's Temple and the Melting Paraiso UFO is the name of the band.
Okay.
Formed in 2005 and many different offshoots. The guys recorded like 80 albums, probably I think 47 live albums. This is from 2011, and it's The Ripper at the Heaven's Gates of Dark.
This is some crazy
And
shit.
we were listening to Shine On You Crazy Dynamite. So the songs resemble hardly anything like if you hear like Shine On You Crazy or Ripper at the Gates, you would think it's going to sound like it's like that album. It's not like that at all. It's they just take it somewhere else. The band, their intention is to create extreme trip music by editing and dubbing previous recordings, and they're influenced by progressive rock, Karl Heinz Stockhausen, and krautrock. So you're thinking like Can and Noi and Tangerine Dream.
Good stuff, man. I mean, it's out there. It's not something
very out there.
I mean, it's a later night type.
No, I'm not going
Not
to play in the
always.
middle of the party when all the girls are to dance.
Right. Right. Exactly.
You're not going to get
Well, that's all.
Oh, the girls are here.
Get them drugged up.
Yeah, after you get them drugged up, that's when you pull that shit out.
Do you still have all that Spanish fly, Jay?
Hell yeah, bump set salvation, motherfucker. But that was all the shit we played tonight. So before we get into our digs for the week, that's all right, Jay. I got it. God damn it. Let's get into some bonkers. I can only assume because man, the outside of this package really turned me on, man.
Whoa, I'm getting scared when you say that.
We got some VCLT from Ohio, and our good buddy Bill's Box of Sound, who was on here with us earlier, and I hope he's still on here. And I don't want to show Bill's address on this mug or nothing. No. But at the on the bottom of this package,
You got a proper tool to get in there?
it says Fragile Sound Recordings.
Oh.
And I just think that's really cool. That's a I don't have my knife on me. Who's got something?
Dude, I didn't bring my tool.
Show your address.
I got keys.
Keys will work. I've literally not opened this, Bill. This is like brand new business here.
Here, let me do it.
You do it, Steve. Oh, easy, 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 easy. Stuff shaking. I feel like this should be on Rachel Ray.
Okay, now, you want to make sure you put plenty of butter in there.
Does she work out?
She works out on her Zumba.
I'll Zumba her. Oh, look here now. We got us a little note from Bill. Hey there, Mikey Bananas and all the crew from GMRN. Greetings from Cleveland, the best location in the nation, where the record collectors are friendly and the sports teams sometimes suck. Always try to catch the show live, even though I don't. I got from work until midnight most Fridays. If I miss or drop from exhaustion before the show's over, always catch up on YouTube replay. Wanted to send something to you guys to show my appreciation for the fellowship and entertainment you provide to the vinyl community. Very nice of you, Bill. But you already got lots of records, and I couldn't find any rare Les McCann records on short notice. But I got the chips. He's got the chips. Here's a couple of flavors I hope you haven't tried yet for your sampling and evaluation. The ketchup flavor is extremely popular in Canada. I like where this is going. But this version is a lot more Americanized and not as strong as the Canadian version. Bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. What? My favorite food in the world, jalapeno poppers.
So this is a tease for the next coming segment after this.
But not as good as it was last year when it was a Walmart exclusive. I do remember that as a way.
Can we show these while you talk about them?
Bump Set Salvation. I just showed that graphic. And Bill's Box of Sound. P.S. Enjoy the CD. It's freaky music I made a very long time ago. Give copies to your friends. Hey, Bill, man, we can't appreciate you any more than that, man. That is some amazing shit right there, man.
No, we hadn't done these.
No, we've not done these. So stay tuned for Chip Chat.
We'll have to talk about this later.
Bacon wrapped jalapeno popper. We got some honey barbecue flavor twists.
Hell yeah.
And some copies of the CD. Let's show off the CD, man. Oh my God. The cover.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
There's copies for everyone.
What? Look at the cover. That is amazing. I love cheese, bro.
This is band?
Some music he made, he said.
Okay.
Hold it up again.
Wow. This is cool.
Dang, it's got a UPC code and everything.
It does a UPC.
Yeah, it's like ASCAP.
Wow.
Go figure.
Oh, dude, this is incredible. This is so
For
cool.
us?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Maybe, Jay, you have to pay for yours.
Jay, you can't put it on eBay.
You get, we mark it down for however many times we have to tell you to talk on a microphone. That's a plus 35 cents. Holy shit, that's incredible. Bill, thank you so much.
Wow.
That's so considerate of you.
I can't wait.
You're a man.
I know what I'm
man.
listening to on the way
Are
home.
those ketchup
Yeah.
not available here?
No, I'm not saying no. Said they're popular in Canada. I don't know if it's Canadian exclusive or
Well, he said
when.
it's different. He said it's two different flavors, though. Like,
you're two different
they taste
flavors.
different, right?
You taste different.
There's some good songs on here, like Warmer Cheese.
Dude, I'm in love with this CD. I've not even heard it, but you have no idea.
Best cover CD.
Hey, Bill, I'll tell you this shit real quick. We were doing a record night several years ago, and it happened to fall on my birthday. And that's back when the cameraman lived with us here at the program studio. And for my birthday, he knew what I wanted more than anything. And he went in there, because he used to make chicken and rice, right? Vegetables, chicken and rice, and then the top was this layer of cheese, and it was real thick. And he would put it on the top of he made it in a He made it in a cast iron. And so I said, hey man, for my birthday, just make me a pan of that cheese. And they sat in there one night. I think you might have been helping a girlfriend. Filled the cast iron with cheese, and I just ate this big pallet of cheese out of a cast iron for my birthday. It's the happiest the girlfriend's ever seen me.
Good.
And Jay's follow-up question is was it good? Yes. It was cheese.
Hello, it was cheese.
That was so.
Cheese, though, you know?
Yeah, it's very cool though. I mean, I was, because most people are like, oh no, that's too much cheese. Hey, there, take it easy there, partner.
You know what Chipotle's doing to try and bring people back?
Bacon.
Bacon.
I listen to that radio show too, Steve.
Going to bacon.
What?
You know, introduce bacon in their burritos.
Chipotle's gonna, and then nachos.
Woo! Good. Man, if I should record that, some good
Filled with
thunder.
water.
Get the zoom out.
Lord's putting on a show tonight, Steve. I'm gonna tell you what.
That's such a small thing. That's such a small thing, but it's big. And bacon.
Yeah. Little goes a long way.
They're on closeout.
We're doing Dig of the Week now?
Yeah, we're doing Dig of the Week. How many do you got for Dig of the Week, Steve? I got
7.
Wow, you should bust some out then.
You sure?
Yeah, oh yeah, take it on.
Okay.
Take on me.
We'll start with one that you have that I've always coveted and wanted really badly.
Oh.
I found it today at Earshot.
Yeah.
It's Bebop Deluxe Axe Victim.
Oh, I didn't know you got that
Their
today.
debut album. I love the cover.
You found that today?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
On the way home I saw it.
Oh, okay.
It's so close to my house.
Yeah.
He's got some really good used vinyl there right now, by the way. So,
Is it pricey?
I don't know, 6 maybe? It's VG Plus.
Okay. I'm saying it's not worth that.
No, it's I needed it. Also, I picked up this UK pressing. I think it's a compilation. It's an import from '74, The Move, called California Man, which California Man was like a weird. I think there's a lot of Jeff Lynne on this album. That's why I picked it up, because they do Dooya's on here, which of course ELO also covered that song from The Move. But I guess Jeff Lynne doesn't cover; it's his song. Anyway, I think the album was actually called Message from the Country, and this is like something spin-off of that. It's on.
Speaking of Jeff Lynne,
What's on Harvest?
Wasn't ELO like your first favorite band?
It was. I had the
Little model?
Out of the Blue album.
You built the
I had
model
I had
with
the model hanging up in it was Chicago and ELO were my favorite albums. There was this Out of the Blue. There was this model you kind of popped it open. It's a spaceship. It's a really cool spaceship, red, white, or not red, white. It's like blue and red.
Really cool.
It's really cool.
It was built in with the LP.
Yep.
That's dope.
You pressed it out and hung it up in your ceiling. So yeah, I love ELO.
Bill says, be afraid of that CD, be very afraid. And Jared says the Viagra is about to kick in, so he may have to drop off of here. Said it's harder. Say it's harder than a woodpecker's lip.
Hey, I'll try to put some boner music after the show.
We got some.
I've got some stuff. We'll put some boner music on.
Oh yeah. We'll do a fucking set if you want to keep us going.
Here's some boner music.
We need the views, bro. I'm trying to monetize this motherfucker.
Here's a boner music in its original shrink wrap, but they got to hold it like this because the darn opening's on the bottom, but it looks like it's.
Your opening's on the bottom, Steve.
It's a Junior Walker.
I'm marking your dork right now.
It's a Junior Walker album called Backstreet Boogie.
Hey, Steve Sprinter.
I had to censor Steve's dork.
Oh, is there dork action going on?
No, but
I should go bring like a summer sausage and just hang it right there. What year was this? It's not bad, actually. 1979. So he's, you know, there's a little bit of disco going on here, but it's not as bad as some other things I've heard.
You know, just put on the chat. Don't waste a boner. Don't trust a fart. You get to our age.
I got 4 more.
You get to our age, gentlemen.
You should do a couple.
Those are the 2 words you live by.
Oh, I live by that.
Don't waste a boner. Don't trust a fart. Yeah.
Who said that?
Abraham Lincoln, I believe it was. It was right after, like, hey, y'all turn loose in black folk now. Don't be like that. Shit. Come on now. Turn them loose. Shit. What are you doing? Come on.
And don't trust a boner.
What are you doing?
Like, by the way, don't trust a boner.
Don't trust a boner, and always trust a fart, and always eat a fart. Turn loose them black folks, man. They're doing all right. Leave them be now. Shit. Leave them be.
All right.
It's so hot that I feel like intoxicated.
Y'all like blues music? Well, what the hell's wrong with
It
you?
feels like blues music in here right now.
This is the best of B.B. King. This is a '73 ABC compilation of some of that
Nice picture on the back.
crispy B.B. King.
The back is better than the front.
Some of those tracks on that mug is pretty incredible. It's got Hummingbird. It's got a Cook County Jail introduction. How Blue Can You Get? Caledonia. Sweet 16. Ain't Nobody Home. Why I Sing the Blues. The Thrill
Oh,
is
Why I
Gone.
Sing the Blues. That's one of my
Nobody
favorites.
Loves Me But My Mother.
Why I Sing the Blues.
And this thing's so damn clean you could eat macaroni and
Let me see
cheddar.
This was today. This was today.
Yeah, I got this today.
That's good love making music.
Did you get
That's some good boner music.
good ones?
Yeah,
Oh, you did get a good one here, buddy.
Yeah.
You almost put this back.
I know.
You fool.
I know.
Have you ever tried the icy?
Hey, put that on. Especially on the side that's got Why I Sing the Blues.
How many you got?
I got 4 more.
I got 3 more.
I'll do a couple.
All right.
This was today, and I think you ought to go back there and kind of hang out in the area that I was in because there's a lot of jazz over there that you might be interested in.
Yeah.
This is a Freddie Hubbard record
Oh.
called Super Blue. It's from 1978. We got Freddie Hubbard, Hubert Laws, Ron
Beer,
Carter,
sweetheart?
and guest George Benson. It's good. It's good.
What year is this?
78.
Bring grenade.
Really?
Yeah.
He was depressed.
I would be.
He's serious.
If I was Freddie Hubbard that late in my career, I think I'd be a little depressed.
Somebody made him wear that top, that cravat.
Put it on. I don't want to
Wear the cravat. Wear the cravat, man.
Get
Wear the
off from
cravat.
around my neck now.
Oh god.
I'll do one more.
Did he go to Southern Milford?
All right.
I got a weather report record today. I haven't come across this one before.
I've never seen that.
It's called This Is This. Columbia, of course. What year is this? 1986. And I was worried, but I pulled it up in 1986 jazz. Usually 1986 jazz I'm really worried about because a lot of people were playing some stupid keyboards at the time. But it's good. It's good. There's a stupid picture on the back.
You know, I've got a late Dexter Gordon in the 80s on Blue Note that I was worried about, and I put it on. It's like some smoking ass jazz.
Right, right.
So you
it's
you
not
can't use
all.
it as a rule, but it's something to like, yeah, that is late. But give it a second thought because I have almost effed up on that. This is a record I picked up literally 5 seconds as we were walking out of the door here. And I was in a section I didn't go through. It was a section you went through, and it was just kind of sitting there. This is like the I think I got it.
I have this. That's why I passed it on to you.
74 double album.
At the end, I was worried I didn't have it because
Mandrill,
it's really good. Mandrill Land.
Mandrill Land.
Mandrill Land.
Last deal they had on Polydor before they moved to UA the following year. Got a great gatefold. These guys were from Cuba, Panama, some shit like that.
Well, they're New York. It's a New York group.
Yeah, but they grew up.
There's a lot of
yeah.
influence in like African and Cuban and Mediterranean.
And Mandrill is a grown man, or not grown. Well, grown man.
Not Mediterranean, Caribbean. Sorry.
VC favorite. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
band that's transcends a lot of genres. Just really keeps the party moving. It's just a great band. If you run into that shit in a spot, especially. You know, I'm not going to go spend $10, $12 on a Mandrill record, but that was $2 for a double LP.
Yeah, my dad really.
I mean,
when I was a kid, my dad
Here's
Mandrill.
here's a Mahavishnu orchestra, and it looks like it's an original shrink wrap from 1974, produced by George Martin. It's got Jean-Luc Ponty, among others. Jeffrey Emmix, the engineer. La 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 la. It's called Apocalypse.
oh no shit.
Stop being an asshole with it.
Do you have this one?
Do you hear me?
If I didn't, yes, thank you. If I didn't, Cameraman had it. I think this is the first Mahavishnu that I ever heard.
Okay.
Um,
It's also got the London Symphony Orchestra, so I haven't heard this.
from Bill's Box of Sound, he says that BB King we just showed, the
Yeah.
one I picked up, says it has a lock groove at the end of the side. Side 2 has a lock groove.
Well,
That's cool. So when you get to the end of the side, instead of just
we're gonna play side 2.
it goes tum, 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 and like goes back and plays it over. Like not the whole song.
It probably plays some sound over.
Not their album. It just kind of locks and goes back. Jay, take a lap. You guys like jazz records? Yeah, I do too. Steve actually handed this to me, picked it up, and it's a little bit on the.
Audience participation.
It's a little bit on the maybe problematic side, but not enough to really pass on it for $3. Cannonball Adderley and the Pole Winners, which is one I've never seen before, on Riverside, for
Yeah.
Christ's sakes. It's got Ray Brown, and I think the only time it ever happened, Wes Montgomery.
I love Cannonball Adderley.
I do love
So
Cannonball
some good
Adderley.
pictures on the back too, black and white in the corner.
Anybody smoking a cigarette?
Over a little bit, over to me, towards me.
So I'm gonna give you the lowdown on this. I'm gonna have to read this. I apologize. Let's see who else is on this. Victor Feldman and Louis Hayes. Of course, Wes Montgomery. An all-music review by Scott Yano awarded the album 4 stars and states this was the only meeting on records by Adderley and Montgomery, which is incredible. And although not quite a classic encounter, the music swings hard and it's quite enjoyable. The Penguin Guide to Jazz awarded the album 3.5 stars, stating the Pole Winners session was a typical all-star meeting of the day, and if it seemed artificial at the time, how good is it to be able to hear it 50 years and on, which is a good point. Adderley, Montgomery, Brown in the same band. If there's nothing which could be called surprising, the opportunity to hear these players in their prime was a treat.
Nice.
That's a damn fine review right there.
Okay.
I mean, without even hearing the record, and I don't even know if it sucks, it doesn't suck,
I love Cannonball Adderley.
but all that is true without even hearing the record. That it's a treat to just hear those cats together doing the thing in their prime, all of them.
I was gonna say, what year was that?
1999. Yeah.
So
Red Durst.
Yeah, they were Limp Bizkit and them toured, and they ended up at Woodstock, and they set a bunch of fires. Steve, please.
So here's how this works. We go digging, and each of us probably pulls. I had 10 records. I whittled it down to 4. I think you had like 20 records, whittled it down to 3.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, and you're like, you want to listen to it, you want to do it. So you pull it first, and you listen to it later. Try to decide is this something you really want. Is it in good shape? So while you're doing that, I was like, well, I'm gonna walk over here to 45s because I don't buy 45s. But
It's a good time to look at 45.
I saw actually the reason I went over there. I saw an In Excess cover of Devil Inside. I was like, well, if that's in there, that's cool. But it was just the cover on the wall. It looked cool.
Yeah.
I was like, but it got me over there, so I was like just thumbing through, and I instantly hit upon this, and I thought, this doesn't feel like an old 45, you know. So
Yeah.
I pulled it out, and it's called
A little thicker.
a little thicker. Something you might see at Underdog, where his 45s are.
Okay.
It's called Black Skies is the band. And it took me a while to figure out a little bit about them, but I have determined they're from Carborough, North Carolina, which is right outside of Chapel Hill, which is where we're going to see Stephen Wilson.
Yeah. We haven't said that, but we got tickets to see Stephen Wilson in December.
December 7th.
Be a good Christmas. And also, I hadn't said this either, but in a couple of weeks, me and the girlfriend are going on a big vacation, and we're starting the vacation on a Friday night, which means there'll be no program that night. We're going to see Mono Lord in Asheville.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to doom it out, bro.
What are we supposed to do?
That's D-Day, that Stephen Williams.
So, the Stephen Wilson is D-Day. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Black Skies, because
Do it, Doug.
I haven't put this down. I haven't dropped the needle on it yet, but I have listened to their stuff that was on Bandcamp, and it blew my mind. And I sent it to you, and I said, "This is right up your alley." So this Chapel Hill, North Carolina power trio has been tuning down and tuning up since 2005. I don't know if they're still together. This was written a while ago.
I don't think so.
Evolving psychedelic sludge with a combination of
Great term,
foreboding
by the way.
heaviness of blues-based proto-metal, dynamics of progressive rock. Their songs often project a dark and urgent energy. It's three people. It's a trio: Kevin Clark, Tim Herzog, and Michelle Temple on bass. And they're from, like I said, Carborough. If you go to Bandcamp and check out this band, I'm going to put this on a little later, but
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
go to Bandcamp,
Yeah, you
check
need
it
to
out.
hear this shit.
I'll play it right off the top, then we go to BB King.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's just one song.
Well, yeah, but then I need to get to this.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Because what I did was, folks, it was a Monday, which is weird for me. Monday is not a normal day for me to buy records or impulse buy on Amazon or anywhere else, or walk into a record store and buy things. I pick things up in Goodwills on Mondays. It's not a day that I normally walk into a record store. I'm hungover, I'm starting to get my shit about me, I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. That kind of deal. But this day I realized somebody posted on the SMOD page, the Stone Meadow of Doom. They posted a record that I'm a big fan of and said, hey, I got this copy, blah, blah, blah. They only made 200 in this reissue. And somebody else said, oh man, I just jumped on and got the black reissue and there's only 175 more of those. And I'm like, this is a record that several years ago, about 2012 I think it was, they reissued it, put it in like a leather thing. This is Southern Lord. I'm just giving all these clues. Southern Lord, they released it in this leather thing covered. And it's a record I've streamed probably 250 times in the last 3-4 years.
Really?
Yes. Yes. I'm not exaggerating. And it is, without a doubt, my favorite album cover of all time.
Okay.
Has this given it?
Have you looked at it yet to make sure it's not broken in half or something?
Has any of this given away yet to you?
This is the Miami Vice picture disc.
No, but I texted. I found the Miami Vice picture disc today.
I actually found it.
No, you did. Yeah, and no, I found it. Well, you found it early, but I went back and found it before we were getting ready to leave.
Right.
So I'll just flip through, and I knew this guy that we work with. He's a huge fan, and he actually has some records. And so we hit it, and I texted him and said, "Hey." I texted him the picture
What
of
did he
the
say?
picture
Did he
disc,
get back to you?
and I said, "If you're up for a scavenger hunt in Winston-Salem this weekend,
Oh
I'll tell you where this record is hid." And he sent me a thing, said, "I'm interested." And I said, "Down
$3.
Furniture store." I didn't say that. Furniture store. And I said, the picture I took, I said, find the section with all the records, match the picture that I just took,
Nice.
and imagine that I went down to my waist and put it and hit it into a thing.
Right.
So he's gonna go look. I think
Good.
that's cool.
I hope he finds it.
But
I hope he cuts his grass too.
he's gone.
I know, but I think he's still at the house. So they need to cut the grass.
So a record I've been looking for a very, very, very long time.
Ooh.
And
You know something about this?
It's sealed and it's
Let me see that.
pop the thing so the cover looks.
Oh, no. You want me to pop the plastic?
Pop the plastic.
I popped it. I'm pulling it out.
You guys know I'm a big Earth fan, right? This is the Bees Made Honey in the Lion.
Will you show the I don't know. I can't see it. I'm framing it right.
Favorite. Freeze. My favorite album cover of all time. I mean, that is just incredible. What's the gatefold look
Bees
like?
Made
Anything?
Honey in the Lion Skull. Okay, and then you got the inside.
There's Dylan Carlson and that chick in there. Musically, I'm kind of enamored with. This is when they did this as a 20th anniversary for Southern Lord re-released this.
Oh, it's pretty. I like the label.
Yeah, I mean this to me that's, you know, Earth originally was like a real drone metal band, and they kind of came back with this psychedelic country. What I call it, this album, I said, if you were like driving in the desert in the middle of the night real fast, but like kind of out of it, that's the music. This is the music. It's so cool, man. And it actually features legendary jazz guitarist Bill Frisell.
Yeah.
Is on this, on like 3 or 4 tracks.
Really?
And it is. Yeah.
Did he produce it?
I don't think so. It's pure psychedelic.
He produces stuff.
Yeah.
2008. It's a little. Your cover's torn up here on the top. By the way.
Is it? Oh, it is.
It's like the cat's already got to it.
No.
And it was still in the box.
Yeah, that's what happens when you order
It
things.
doesn't come
online.
with a download, by the way.
It should. Should have a download.
I didn't see it unless it's inside this.
It should be in there.
Should be in there.
This is the 2018 pressings, housing an old style Staunton gatefold jacket. Da da da. But this stuff, if you've never really listened to this record, man, I'm telling you, it's on YouTube. You can go pull it up and stream it. And that's what I did. 250 times probably. It's like at the top of my. If I type E, YouTube goes Earth, the Bees Made Honey in the Lion Skull full album.
Right.
Like if I just hit E, it does that. YouTube's.
Ask Jeeves.
But yeah, so I'm really happy to have this. And that one that I passed on the last time, it had a leather cover over a folks leather cover over the top of it. And I passed on it.
Have you seen these guys?
No, I should have. They were around.
They were available.
If you don't know Dylan Carlson, it was Kurt Cobain's best friend. He's the one that gave him the gun.
Yeah.
Anyway. But no, when it had the faux leather cover, I was like, no, it's like $35, man. Those things are like
Couple
65, $75. So stupid. All right, you got something left?
No.
All right, let's do
That's
a
it?
quick commercial break and come back with a soda speaking chip chat. Which soda are we gonna do? We got to do one of Bill's chips.
I brought 3 last week.
Yeah, there's some in there cold.
I honestly did come last week. I was here.
Yeah, you were here. I remember.
We got some Bossman chips.
No, we got to do Bill.
We got to do Bill chip. Let's do.
We got an open bag special and a Bill chip.
Let's do bacon wrapped jalapeno popper.
Well, let's take
Are
a
you
quick
kidding
commercial
me?
break, and we'll be right back.
God, I got a boner.
Soda
Just,
speaking
I got a
chip chat.
boner just thinking about that.
What's a bonner?
It's what it's what 54-year-olds do. Is boners.
While scoring many breakthroughs in recent years, science has completely overlooked the snack lever. Now comes news of a way to get at Armour Star Vienna sausage and potted meat faster. Zip top cans. New convenience. Same fine Armour quality. Armour Star Vienna sausage and Armour Star potted meat, now in zip top cans.
Pebble stick. Simple, easy, basic. Add a little push and pull. Windmill or spin maneuver. Original double stick. Or the figure 8. we got what we call the roll.
Devil stick.
Accept no invitation.
What it is, kid? The original Harvey Freeman Devil Sticks by Panax Consumer Products.
ファミリーコンピュータの楽しいカセット情報。シングルス、ダブルスの本格テニスをコンピュータと技比べ。5段階のランクが楽しめます。ピンボール、迫力のフリッパー、スロットマシンのスリル、ポーカーゲームの興奮、ビンゴの面白さの全てを結集したピンボールの決定版。さらにゴルフ、光線銃など面白カセットどんどん登場。
Stomper Fun by Fours with raw power to tackle just about anything you throw their way. And come four-wheel driving back for more and more. Battery not included. Change tires and tackle the tough outdoors. Headlights blazing the way. Wheels turning and churning, pulling you up to the action. Stomper! Stomper Fun by Fours, first in four-wheel fun. Each sold separately from Chopper.
Joey Go Tennis is good. You like that? Fun game.
No, it's not. It's not Mario doing it. It's like just regular.
Boris Becker.
Boris Becker, Steffi Graf,
Monica Sellers.
Oh, my back.
Boris Becker, Yvonne Lendl. How about Tommy Chang?
I love Bjorn Borg. Bjorn Borg is my favorite. Growing up, Bjorn Borg is my
Let's
favorite.
get into Tommy Chang real quick. Who wants to have a conversation about it?
Let's pray on it.
Stefan Edberg.
How old were you when you cut this video, by the way?
Let's pray on Tommy Chang real quick before we get back to doing all this. We're coming back on it without having prayed on Tommy Chang. I don't feel comfortable with this. Well,
back anyway. Prayer or not.
Double deuce, baby. Double deuce.
We're in the.
I know, underneath for this side is like normal color and that side's like super white.
We're 3/4 of the way through the show.
Yeah, and only at 118 right now.
Okay. Is that good?
All right, so to speak, let's go. Run through it. On this line, on that line, man.
I don't know. Look this up.
I'll look it up.
We'll talk about it. There's some sediment in here, but we've talked about an apple soda. We've had an apple soda or two.
Send that Mundial. No, no.
The Mundial, the Mexican soda.
Yeah, the Mexican apple.
That's an apple soda.
That's a good apple soda.
I think this is an Italian. It says Gusto Italiano. But it's probably those same mofos. Produced in Italy by Selezione Balladine. This is called Meld Zen. Balladine. Meld Zen. Gusto Italiano.
I can't find Gusto Italiano.
How about Meld? M-E-L-D. Zen. Sorry, Z. What the fuck am I thinking? Meld Zen.
Not in the
There you
same
go.
thing.
Balladine. The first one right there.
Okay.
So...
I'm on the graphics. I was giving us some leeway here.
Okay, thanks for that.
You be read on it?
There's not much to read.
I got some read here.
What do you want to tell me about this?
You want to watch me read?
Looks like a craft soda.
I'll put it on the camera so you can watch me read. I feel that's only fair. With this soft drink such as cola, Teo has managed to refine and modernize good old tastes, interpreting them in every very innovative way, but it's mellow zen that truly marks the beginning of a pure experimentation. This is a small batch drink. That's good to hear.
Okay.
Made with the clear intention to get in contact with those who drink it to create a new taste together. The recipe contains apples and ginger.
It does say sparkling apple and ginger beverage.
Bro, I like
Product
that.
of Italy. Also, they don't want to give us quite 12 ounces. It's 11.16 ounces.
What is it, a Stella Artois?
It must be some foreign thing.
Two excellent products of
Half a
farming,
liter.
fresh, tasty, intriguing. Let's discover
So let's
together.
open this. I think we need an opener to open this.
You want to get into a truffle farming with me?
I can't open it.
F apostrophe B-A-double-L. He ain't gonna jump no more.
All right.
That's the 82nd Airborne song.
It's Glory, Glory, Georgia. It's the...
Glory, glory,
It's-
what a hell of a way to die.
Yeah, it's everybody's...
Glory,
it's the,
glory, what a hell of a way
it's
to
written by
die.
a Unitarian, actually.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna jump no more. That's my airborne uncle used to sing it. There were brains upon the barrows. There were intestines on the chutes. There were intestines dangling from his paratrooper boots.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a better apple soda than Mundial.
There's some ginger?
Ginger adds a little, almost like a ginger ale kind of thing.
No, it's like those the ginger apple alcoholic drinks, just with no alcohol. It's tremendous. Soda of the year contender.
Show that right there.
Top shelf soda
Craft
of the
soda.
year contender. Holy shit, that's good.
It was more than the other sodas, by the way.
Expensive wise?
Like 3.
That is tremendous. Man. I want to dip my balls in it.
What do you think? Open a craft soda bar?
Yeah. A vape craft soda bar.
With vinyl.
With vinyl. Man, it could be any hipster. I'm telling
No good for you.
I got a man bun.
You got avocado
I got
toast?
vapes and-
Avocado toast?
Avocado toast.
What a great show. Oh, we're not done yet.
Ain't done yet. Where's our OBS?
We ain't even
done with the night.
I don't think
Girlfriend,
I don't
where's your
think I even
plantain?
got a taste of the OBS. You don't want Cuban on us?
Cuban bee.
Where are these from?
Cuban bee. This is from our local food line. Hang on.
Platanitos.
Hang on, I'm not on the graphic yet. Everybody calm.
These are,
Hang on.
These are from the wrestler Cena.
John Cena?
John Cena. His own chip.
Okay.
We're on Chip Chat, y'all.
Yeah, we're doing it.
This is distributed by Atlanta, Georgia company.
This
but
is an OBS.
Where's this from? What do you know about this?
I thought it was in the Mexican section, like where you buy the real Mexican
What do
things.
you know about it?
Which I don't think of Mexican as being plantanos.
It's Peruvian.
It's a Peruvian thing?
Well,
Originally?
plantains
On the
Cuban-
back?
Guatemala, they do plantains.
Cuba's real famous for anything South American.
Anything South America? No, no.
They have some unsalted there.
Product of Peru.
But I chose to
A
get the
little-
salted.
It's not quite salted very much, though.
Oh, perfect. These are good.
Plantains are a good dip chip because they're so damn stiff. Apparently it's cooler in the kitchen. So, you showed these?
These are good though. These are on a closeout, $1.38, like a bag.
Well,
But we must, I say,
we must increase her bust.
a Bill's Box of Sound chip chat. What the hell are these, Steve?
This is a Lay's wavy chip, bacon wrapped jalapeno popper. Have we not done these? These didn't come our way, did they? Show the bag.
He said it's not the Walmart exclusive from last year.
Okay.
Different.
This would be
I'm
A little bit
excited.
towards Steve. This is a little
I'm
bit
really excited.
free.
west of Mississippi.
Maybe
Literally.
Midwest.
Jalapeno poppers is my favorite food on the entire planet.
And I love bacon.
Chopped up.
And bacon, that's my... I'm a cheddar cheese guy.
They smell good.
Cheese with pieces of jalapeno in it.
Big piece.
Get you some. Pass it around. Everybody wants to get in on this. We talked about Chipotle doing the
A
bacon.
wavy chip that kind of falls away from you.
Falls away from you. Where are you going? Don't fall.
Good flavor. Not oversaturated. I taste bacon, I taste onion.
I don't taste jalapeno.
Don't taste the jalapeno as much. Holy shit, what a great chip.
Really good.
Oh, there's the bacon.
Yeah, there's bacon.
And that onion.
Yeah.
That bacon, onion, cheese together, that's like my favorite flavors in the entire world.
All right, I'm gonna do this. A plantain
Oh, there we go.
with the.
That's some good business right there.
That's really good.
Yeah.
My mouth is so
Does
dry.
it anything tell you whether, what's the thing about it?
What's the thing about it? Inspired by a Southwest favorite, here's a taste of jalapeno peppers, cream cheese, and bacon. Pick your state, pick your prize, enter to win, try them all. It doesn't tell us anything about it.
Doesn't say made in Canada or nothing.
Bring home the flavor for a chance to win prizes. Tastes of America. Are you saying this was up in Canada?
No, he's from Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
I think you said compared to
You're Canadian.
Did they get the gravy plate, that thing, the Canadian? Did they get those
In
there?
Ohio? I don't know.
I don't think they
I don't
did.
think so. I think that's Canada.
I reached
exclusive.
out to Freeland. They did not share it with us.
They were not favorable with
No.
us.
Oh, is that the contest?
If you want to complain,
Yeah.
you can
What's that
call
called? The
336.
What's that called when they put the
all sevens.
gravy and shit on the
Poutine.
poutine? Yes, thank you. The mystery flavor was poutine. We didn't even have it. We figured it out.
Is that the silver bag, like a test bag or something like
Testicle bag.
You're a silver bag, Jay.
that?
That was
Silver balls. Silver balls.
It's swinging time.
I can't wait for your son to get old enough to see these. Would that be cool? When your son's like
You probably,
12?
need to put the bug over my ball.
When your son's like 12 and into the Beavis and Butthead era of our lives that we all go through, and he watches Grown Men Record Night, and he's like, my dad was doing this thing. He was doing this thing. All right, hey, we appreciate the F and Christ out of you guys for joining us. The VCLT from Bill,
Wow.
the fellowship,
I can't wait to hear that
the
CD.
friendship. Yeah, dude, that CD. I just want to do stuff with it. Hey, bring me my C harp, Jay. On my table, throw me a C harp or an A harp, either one. I'm gonna play us out. We're gonna play us out. That's not the one I wanted. I could never get this one open. telling you. Open that. Open that. We'll break it. We'll break it. No, keep going. You gotta open that for me though.
Good.
I don't know. It actually works.
So you back on YouTube's.